Hello, everyone. Today, this is our project presentation. I would like to present, I'm Phil Wang. I would like to present you our program, which is called Food Ordering System. This ordering system is designed to be work with restaurants, and we would like is designed with efficiency and accuracy, and we would like the customer to go into restaurants and use this system and to choose and enjoy their delicacies with the minimum efforts. In this program, we imported several structures, includes IO exceptions, IO printers, array list, and scanner. And before we go into the main structure of our program, I would like to introduce you the first function of our program, which is the reservation function of the program. We would like to imitate the first step when a customer walks up to a restaurant, and what the first question the waiter would ask them, which is how many would you like to, how many people do you have in your party for the tables? And here I will pass to Jeffrey for the demonstration of the program.
All right, so I'm Jeffrey Van Hombon, and I'm going to demonstrate how our program works. So when we first run the program, it will ask how many people are in my party. So let's say it's 2. And then it will introduce the main menu where we could select 4 other different menus. So let's say I'm going to choose a food menu first, and then I'll be greeted with the different a variety of food. And let's say I choose a steak burger. All right, so it says that I've ordered the steak burger, and I will go back to the main menu by pressing 0. And then here I will go to the next menu, which is the drink menu. And here I'll choose let's say lemon tea. And once again, it indicates that I've ordered lemon tea. And again, I press 0 to return. And right here, I can check what I've ordered by pressing ordered list, which is 3 in this case. Here you can see that there are 2 different items in here. And let's say I choose to remove one. Let's say I remove number 1, which is a steak burger. It will update the list and show that the steak burgers has already been removed. And now at the very end, I'll return and then choose pay bill. It will calculate the total, including the service fee, which is $4 per person. And then at the very end, it will ask you to rate the meal. So if I choose good, it will show that it will say thank you and see you again. But if I choose average or bad, as shown here, it will ask us if we're sure, trying to make us reconsider our rating for the meal. And if we continue to choose bad or average, it will say sorry to hear that, and do you have any suggestions for us? Let's say test. It'll say that thank you for your suggestions and goodbye. This way, it will store these suggestions into a suggestions text file within the system. So now I'll pass the time to Tom to talk about the other functions.
Hi, I'm Tom, and first we create a food and drink class, which is define the format of food and drink. So at the first, we have 2 array lists, which is FD list to store all the food and drink, and order list is to store the food and drink chosen by the user. And now we look at the food menu. In the case one, FID is a scanner, and we use if else if to and the user can input the value in the FID, and you can see we have a figure more than 0 and less or equal to 5. It is for the it's used to image it's used to limit the value you can input, and now we can see the drink menu, and it's almost the same as food menu. And if user input a number which is out of the range, it will print out the number out of the range. Now let's pass to Jeff.
Okay, my name is Jeff, and then now I will introduce the ordered part in our project. So when a customer add the food and the drink in the previous part, all those data will store in the data list, in the order list, and it is a release in our project, and all the sources comes from the food and drink list. So we can see here. For example, the customer ordered the Coca-Cola and margarita in here, and on the top you say that you can click the number to remove any of it. So in our coding, it say we use ORD as a new scanner to detect the number that customer to click in, and when you clicking, it will remove that number. And on the bottom, in our remove section, in here, the reason why we use ORD -1 is because our lead is start from 1. But in the computer system, the order is start from 0. So if we want to remove one of it, we need to -1 to get the corrected. And after that, if the customer make sure about the list about what they order, they can click 0 to back to the main menu, and then it will go to our main menu, and now they can. For example, they can pay for their bill, or if they are hungry, they can add more food, or thirsty, they can get more drink in the drink menu. And now I will give back to Jeffrey to introduce the last part.
All right, so our last part of our program is the pay bill section, which is right here, as shown on the right. And for the this relates to case 4. So when the user, so me, which is me in this case, when I press 4, it will go to pay bill, and then it will calculate the bill and show show the total, and then finally show the rate your meal part. So what's happening here is that first we call in the method with the number of persons that we entered at the very beginning of the program. And then right here, we would be calling in the rating menu, which is this thing right here. So what would happen is that if a user picks average, it will loop once more by using a for loop, and then it will prompt the user to reconsider it. So enter another one, and I'll enter the same thing again. And finally, it will say, sorry to hear that, and proceed to ask for suggestions. And then what happens here is, let's say, give us better food. Let's say that. It'll say thank you for your suggestions and goodbye. And what's happening here is that we call in a method, which is the add to file method. We store the string, which is this thing right here. We store the thing with this method over here, which is a file operations method. I use the print writer to start to create a new file called suggestions.txt, which is a text file, and I'll write the string, which is give us better food, into the text file, and then finally it will be saved into the text file for let's say for the staff to review the suggestions, and that's pretty much it for our program. I hope that you all enjoy this presentation, and yeah, goodbye.